Hello, welcome to AnAuraChicBeauty channel. 2011 is almost over, and so I thought I would do a fun New Year's party look using some of the products from the M.A.C Dazzlespheres collection and the Glitter and Ice collection that came out a few weeks ago. This look has lots of shimmer and sparkle, but I'm using some muted colors. For the eyes, it's silver, grays, and taupes, with a kind of cut crease technique to add a little bit more of a dramatic eye makeup for the night out. And then for the lips, it's a beige nude. And then just to add a pop of color to the overall look, I'm using light pink on the cheeks. I'm also going to share some tips that I learned from a M.A.C Master Class, The Art of Contour, that I attended a few weeks ago. John Stapleton taught the class, and I definitely learned a lot, so I hope you will too. And so let's get started with the tutorial. To prep my skin, today I'm using Mercier Hydrating Foundation Primer. It's suitable for all skin types, but especially for dehydrated skin. I really like it because it feels moisturizing and lightweight, and it feels comfortable on my normal to dry skin, and really helps to apply my makeup a lot smoother and last longer. I'm going to use my concealers first because it's going to be a lot easier to blend before I apply my powder foundation. So first I'm using M.A.C Select Cover Up in the shade NW15 with my Smashbox number 10 brush, and I'm going to buff this under the eye area. The NW shade has a pink undertone, so it's going to help correct the dark circles under my eyes. And this color is a little bit lighter than my skin, so it's also going to help brighten the under eye area. I'm also applying a thin layer on my eyes from my lash line all the way up to the brow bone, and this is going to act as my eyeshadow base. If you find that using concealer creases on you, then I suggest using an eyeshadow primer. Then I'm going to use M.A.C Select Cover Up in the NC20 shade with the same brush and apply it to anywhere that I want to cover any redness or blemishes. Because it has a yellow undertone, it's going to match my skin tone a lot better. To even out my skin tone and to set my concealers, I'm going to use M.A.C Mineralize Skinfinish Natural in the color Light Plus with my Too Faced Retractable Kabuki brush. And I'm first going to spray the brush with a little bit of Matte Plus. You can use water, that works fine too. And what this is going to do is, when I pick up the powder with a damp brush, it's going to build a little bit more coverage onto my skin, and it's going to create more of kind of a satin finish. So I'm just going to kind of pat and then also buff it in well into the skin and just apply it all over. You can also set your eyeshadow base, just buffing a thin layer of powder. For this look, I wanted my brows to become one with the eye makeup instead of them looking too strong and overpowering the whole look. So today I use M.A.C Lingering Eyebrow Pencil. It's a medium taupey brown. I just filled them in and blended it with my Shimura 6OB eyebrow brush, and then kept my brows in place using M.A.C Clear Brow Set. For the eyes, I'm first going to do all my crease work first because it's going to help create the shape that I want and keep it clean and defined to create that cut crease look. So I'm first going to use M.A.C eyeshadow in the color Wedge. It's a matte medium taupe color with my M.A.C 224 brush. It's just a fluffy crease blending brush, and I'm going to sweep this all over the crease. And I want my crease colors to kind of fade into the skin, so I'm going to kind of buff this out all the way up to the brows. I'm not going to highlight the brow bone area, but if you want to, you can use a kind of matte white color or skin tone color. I'm also sweeping this color underneath the eye. Next, I'm using M.A.C Quarry eyeshadow. It's a matte muted plum color with my M.A.C 217 brush, and I'm going to apply this also into the crease, sweeping it back and forth, and then I'm going to have it blended into the Wedge color, just kind of buffing it up and out. I'm also sweeping this color under the eye. Then to really create that defined crease look, I'm going to use M.A.C Copperplate eyeshadow. It's a matte medium gray with my M.A.C 217 brush. It's a pointed pencil brush, and I'm first going to kind of create a line right in the socket of the crease. Just kind of stenciling out the shape. Then I'm using the side of the brush to blend out the edges and have it fade into the rest of the colors. When doing a cut crease look, you want to stick with matte eyeshadow finishes because that's going to help create that depth to the eye as opposed to a shimmery eyeshadow, which is going to reflect a lot of light and not create that defined look. Next, I'm going to use MAC Morning Gloss Paint Pot. It's a frosty, light champagne taupe color with my MAC 242 brush, and I'm going to paint this all over the lid, which is this kind of empty area right below the crease. And this is going to be my base for the powder eyeshadow I'm going to apply on top. You just want to stop right at the crease. On top of the Morning Gloss Paint Pot, I'm going to use MAC Seasonal Kohl Crushed Metallic Pigment. This was in the Plum Ornament set. It's a metallic medium taupe color. I'm going to use it with my MAC 239 brush and just pat it right on top of the cream eyeshadow. You can also dampen your brush with MAC Fix Plus or with water to help bring out that metallic finish. And this will also help to lessen the fallout on your face because the pigments can be sometimes a little tricky to apply. So by dampening your brush, you're minimizing any mess. Using the same stack, I'm going to use Misty Pigment, which is a pale metallic silver, and with the same brush, I'm going to use this as my inner corner highlight. Next, I'm going to do liner, and today I'm using Clinique Brush On Cream Liner in True Black. This is waterproof liner, and it's similar to gel liners like from Bobbi Brown or MAC, but because it's a cream, it has a lot smoother texture, so it glides on a lot more easily, for me anyway, but it still lasts a long time on the eyes. It doesn't smudge off. And so I'm going to use my MAC 231 brush to apply it to the top waterline and top lash line. For the top lash line, I'm just doing a regular solid line. I'm not winging it out, but if you want to, you can. Then I'm going to use MAC Fascinating Eye Kohl, which is a matte white, to line the bottom waterline. Then to define the lower lash line a little bit more, I'm going to use Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes Eyeliner Pencil in Star Black 1L. It's a dark charcoal black color, and I'm just going to apply it to the lower lash line right below the waterline, closer to the base of the lash. And I'm concentrating the liner on the outer third of the eye and then thinning towards the inner corner. Then I'm going back with the MAC Copperplate eyeshadow with my MAC 219 brush and lightly smudging the liner to soften it. I already curled my lashes and applied mascara, and today I'm going to show you a tip that John Stapleton taught us, which is to apply false lashes underneath your real ones as opposed to on top of the lash near the top lash line. And what you're going to do is first apply your glue onto the top of the lash band as opposed to underneath because they're going to stick upwards. So I'm just going to apply a thin layer of glue all across the band. So I waited about 30 seconds for the glue to become tacky, and I'm using tweezers to hold onto the lashes because it makes it a lot easier than to use my fingers to see what I'm doing. And so I'm going to look down into a mirror to see underneath my lashes, and as I'm putting the lashes on, I'm going to position it so it goes right near the lash line, and you don't want it on the water line because it's going to come off. So you just kind of want to go from underneath and push it right up, and I like to hold it for a few seconds so it adheres to my real lashes. And then I like to position the outer corners, tucking them in. I also like using my fingers to press the false lashes and the real ones together. This technique can be a little tricky to do. I know I didn't get the first time, but I really like it because the final results look a lot more natural. The lash band is a lot less visible, and so the false lashes look like they're coming from my real lash line. Also, because they're placed underneath my real lashes, it doesn't feel as heavy because it's kind of pushing my real lashes up as opposed to weighing them down when I placing them on top. And so I hope you give this technique a try and let me know how you like it. For the cheeks, I'm first going to use MAC Sculpting Powder. This is a Pro product, but any matte taupe blush or contouring powder will work. And I'm using my MAC 168 brush to apply it underneath my cheekbones, just for a subtle contour. Next, I'm going to use MAC Emphasize Shaping Powder, which is another Pro product, but any matte or satin finish off-white cream color will work. And I'm using my MAC 138 brush to apply it to my cheekbones. Then for my cheek color, I'm going to use MAC Well Dressed Blush. It's a light pink. And again, I'm going to use my MAC 138 brush to apply it to the apples of my cheeks. For the lips, I'm going to line and fill them in using MAC Strip Down Lip Pencil. It's a medium beigey nude color. Another tip that John taught us was to use MAC Stone Lip Pencil to lightly line underneath the lip. This creates a natural shadow and so gives the bottom lip a little bit more of a fuller look. Then to highlight the lip, John said to use a light shimmery product, so I'm going to be using MAC Crushed Metallic Pigment in Pearl. It's a pale rosy pink color, and this color is going to help tie in with the pink blush that I used. And so I'm going to use my MAC 239 brush to apply it on the cupid's bow of the lip, and it's going to just accentuate the upper lip a little bit more and make it look a little bit more fuller. For the lipstick, I'm going to use MAC Viva Glam Gaga 2, which is a beige nude color, and I'm not going to top it off with any gloss because I want the finish to have a contrast with the shimmery eyeshadow. This has a kind of a creamy or semi-matte finish, and it's just going to give a little bit of balance to the overall look. If you want to donate to any causes while glamming up for this holiday season, you can go out and buy any MAC Viva Glam lipstick or lip gloss, and all proceeds go to the MAC AIDS Fund. That's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys like it. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been watching my videos and just supporting my channel by subscribing or leaving a nice comment. I really appreciate your support. I hope everyone has a fun and safe New Year's. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.